Hello, today we have Dhruv from Sistema Asia Fund with us. He will tell us more about what Sistema's investment thesis is, as well as upcoming fund, which we've been discussing about, right, Dhruv?
We manage $120 million, which is largely Sistema capital, but we also have third-party capital. Well, we call it Asia Fund, but we look at largely India opportunities because the deal team sits here. We will look at some Southeast Asian opportunities where the center of gravity also continues to be India. We largely focus at the mid stage, so Series B and early Series C is what we focus on. We have capital till about the end of next year, so we'll certainly do about 3 to 4, maybe 5 investments from this fund, and simultaneously early next year look at Fund 2. We want it to be a $150 million fund. About 50% of that will come from Sistema, and the balance 50% will be third-party limited partners across the world.
So from Fund 2, what kind of tech-driven investments are you looking at?
Sectors like fintech, we've only scratched the surface. We've 2 exposures in lending companies, but there is more in lending on the supply chain finance that we've not touched. There is wealth management, there is insurance, there is neo-banking. There are horizontal applications in fintech using blockchain technology. So we will continue to focus on those. On the health side, we have only looked at more the fitness and the pharmacy side, which has a parallel with e-commerce. But deeper health tech is an area of interest for us. EdTech is looking like it's getting very exciting as an exciting space. We have looked at some companies in Fund 1, and we are tracking those companies, and I think by next year, once we have Fund 2, we'll be able to make some investments in the EdTech sector as well. 2 new sectors which we want to focus on are agriculture, AgTech, and construction. These are traditional industries that are getting disrupted by technology, so we will focus on these. In addition, all the frontier technologies, use cases using those frontier technologies, whether it's blockchain, AI, AR, VR, machine learning, etc. India-specific use cases is something we will look at.
Do you think that more of your exits are going to come from M&A, and is there even a possibility that some of them could come from an IPO?
Yeah. So we'll look at those options when we reach that stage, but our incoming assumption in a company is that both channels of exit should potentially be open. You don't want to bet only on an M&A. However, there are some technology companies where we invest in which for natural purposes will not IPO. Those are designed and built for an M&A kind of opportunity. So we're okay with that kind of exit thesis in those companies.
We've seen that a lot of Indian companies find a large market in similar, in parallels in case of Southeast Asian countries as well as the MENA region. So is that something you look at from the beginning?
Look, we'll not bet on companies that are starting in India and haven't yet had international evolution. So by that I mean companies should have already proven that they are in Southeast Asia or they are in US. For example, in Mobicon, which is a F&B focused CRM company that we invested in, they are in they were in 5 countries in Southeast Asia before we came in, and so they're already established a presence in these countries. They're already established a go-to-market channel that was working. So we came in after this was already proven. Betting that a founder will be able to transition the business to international boundaries is something we may not take. But once that has happened and there is enough proof point, we can bring in our capital to scale.
Got it. And one last question would be, with the new fund which you raise eventually, would you go all in as the lead investor, or do you think that it's more in sync with your thesis to co-invest with other partners?
So first fund was heavily backed by the parent, and as a result of that, we decided to do more co-investing. We wanted to benefit from the guidance of other investors as well and have lower mortality. With Fund 2, we want to increase our ticket sizes. So from 2 to 5 million per company. We want to take it to 7 million per company in the initial round, and as a result, increase our exposure into companies. So with that ticket size, we'll have the potential to lead.
Got it. And the kind of LPs you're looking at would be mostly HNIs based out of India, or
it'll be a mix. We will tap the Russian market. We will tap Southeast Asian market, the Korean market. We'll look at India.
Thank you so much, Dhruv.